she got a platform. Wow. How many new arrivals? Wow. One I picked up myself. That was a very good. How was your 4th of July? You had a wonderful time? Ate every pizza and enchilada and went to, oh, how many movies? Whatever is available in the town? Isn't it kind of fun to come here and relax and have fun? Food is always food. Food is always there and you are there and no hassle, isn't it? The subject which I am talking to you today is very important. Try to understand very cautiously and clearly that life has 3 parts. The most important part of life is the body. Second part of the life is mind. And third part of the life is the spirit or the soul, or the nervous system, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. Basically you have 10 bodies. You have soul or spirit. You have mental, negative, positive and neutral. You have physical body. You have arc body. You have auric body. You have pranic body, you have subtle body, you have radiant body, etc., etc. But let's put it this way. You have lived not by the ears, or you live by the breath. Soul is granted that many breath, pranic breath. And once you finish that quota, soul shall enter the subtle body and shall leave. Physical body cannot hold it. Without prana, physical body cannot hold the soul. No. All this mental upset and problem and feelings and security and insecurity, if you waste all your time on that, how much time you can enjoy your life? If God, if it is true, and it seems to be true, God has given you soul and chanced a soul to experience the Word, and God rotates the Word morning till night, on an axle, in 1 year it rotates through its orbit. And when you were born like a child, and you had a nurse and you had a milk, and you have a protection called father, and everything grew up without your any hassle, why you are hassling now? Why do not innocently keep going? Have you ever an idea why we cannot innocently go? Can you answer that question? When we lose our innocence, then we get corrupt. And then problem of the life starts. Child remains innocent, therefore child is always provided. So sometimes child start doing drama and trauma, they are not provided, they get beating. Similarly now, when in life you do drama and trauma, and you get beaten. But are you not tired of this beating? I'm asking a question. Then why don't you stop? What is the idea of suffering when there's no reason for it? The tendencies to suffer is based on diagonal situation. You see, when you drive a car at night, the light doesn't go straight in a beam, light goes like this. It spreads 60 degrees both sides, so you can see the road. Then it has a switch underneath, if you press it, it gives you the distance. It's called flat light, or it subdues. So those things are life. If you walk in life like this, seeing all sides of it, and giving yourself width, you will be prosperous. If you just go like this, you will be unhappy. It doesn't mean, prosperity does not mean you have money. There are a lot of people with a lot of money, they are suffering. They do not enjoy life prosperously. Your problem is not giving yourself width. You should see that as you grow, you must grow in your intelligence and in your consciousness. Now, who's best in mathematics? Yeah, you, right? You have a computer? Take your computer out. Take your computer out. Okay. Now, 18 is the unit. 18 is the unit. Cycle of life is 18 years, 1 unit. Your life will change after 18 years, whether the astrologer tells you or psychic tells you or you tell yourself. Your life will change and shall change after every 18 years. Biophysical change. Your intelligence will change after every 11 years. Your consciousness will change after every 7 years. There is nothing you can do. Whatever you can teach a child up to 3 years shall be all, and whatever you can mannerfully educate a child up to 7 years, that's all. And whatever you can give the values to a child up to 11 years, that's all. After that you can teach a child. Then the uphill war. You fight, and that's it. So what is the proportion, my dear? If 18 is 1, how much intelligence will be in proportionately? 1 point what? 1.64 should be the development of intelligence, right? And by 7, what is consciousness? 1.64 and 2.57 proportion in which your consciousness and intelligence must increase. Otherwise you will be a dumb idiot suffering and you have no chance. Doesn't matter how much wealth you have, how many men you flirt with, how many marriages you take place, how many children you have got, but basic elementary growth is not there. You understand the technological statement I am making? With 1 unit of 18 years, you should be more intelligent. That is what, 0.64? 1.64. You should be almost half and a quarter, almost. You should be more intelligent. And 2 point what? 574. Oh my God, 2 point, it means more than a double, you should be conscious. If it is not true, if it is not true, you should have no depth for you. So you will be floating, trying to look good, trying to look beautiful, trying to look intelligent, trying to look conscious, trying. Because when mouth is empty, it talks. And if you talk all about sweet, you will not feel it. If you have food, you won't get it. But once the mouth is full, you don't talk. You can't talk. By talking sugar, you won't get sweetness. By talking food, you won't quench your hunger. But by fulfilling the mouth and eating, your stomach will get it. But when you are full mouth, you will not talk. If your proportion is developed in personality like 1.64 and 2.57, you shall not have any trouble in your life, doesn't matter who you are. Religious, non-religious, this is a matter of branding the aspirin in many ways. If proportionally you develop this way, you will enjoy that way. You will be satisfied. And you will be content. You will be contained. When you are content and contained, whatever will come to you will be priceless. When you are not content and contained, you will continue in trouble. When you are content and contained, there shall be no trouble. You should be valued, you should be respected, you should be considered gracious, because your projection or your behavior is responsible for you. Your value, your worth is how you behave. This is a planet Earth. You will be treated according to your worth. Your worth is based on your karma, action and reactions. And your resurrection, you will resurrect everything because you are contained and content. And you are contained and content when your life is proportionately developed. In first 18 years, you should be more intelligently developed and consciously alert to the point of 1.64 and 2.57. That is a mathematical calculation. Do you understand that? So as parents, if your parents would have told you this formula and worked you out through this formula, you shall not have any suffering in your life. But what you get physically very strong, fashionably very beautiful, and you develop your emotions and commotions in the proportion of exactly 3.5 is the limit, and every woman emotionally and commotionally develop herself from 4 to 6. And that's your destruction. If a woman is emotional, she is a tragedy to herself. If she is commotional, she is a tragedy to her entire world. All this fashion, all you do with the one point, you should look very sober, graceful, wise, conscious, intelligent. You want to look beautiful, sexy, sensual, attractive, seductive. Now, where the hell I should change you, I don't understand, tell me. The fact of life is a fact of life. If you are not contained in content, you are not tolerant. Your tolerance, your patience. And woman has 16 times more intelligence, patience. Every male capacity, if it's a 1 unit, woman has 16 times more, because she has a graduation to be a mother one day. Therefore her biological, physiological, sociological, mental capacity is creative to 16 times more, provided she explores it. And if your proportion in that scientific way is not developed, you shall have no self-trust. Therefore you will mess up everything. Because you are 16 times also competent to mess yourself. Yeah. In one way, if you are 16 times more competent to be creative, to be better, whatever you are, that 16 times shall work both ways. That's why men take advantage of you. You are not born to suffer. You are born to give birth to a man. How can you have the capacity to give birth to a man? You suffer in the hand of a man because your self-confidence is not developed according to the rhythmic psyche of you. At the very first birth of you, you are told you belong to somebody else. You don't belong to this house. You have to go somewhere. And then when you grow up, you are asked to find some man to live with. Your whole hassle is a man. If you just hassle to be you, men will come to you.